Namaskar. Welcome to Opinion. You know, we get lot of, I get lot of mails. Lot of mails, some of them trolling me, some of them telling me that I am biased. Some of them telling me that, I got a mail from a lady who said, I'm a very anti Arvind Kejriwal person. I don't see what good Arvind Kejriwal does. When I spoke about education, I was asked, why didn't you say that Arvind Kejriwal does a lot for education and all of that? I'm very biased. I am pro Congress and pro that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And you know what? What I wanted to talk to you about is about this concept of neutrality. See, I don't know whether there is anything called as a neutral person, let alone a journalist. I don't think there is a neutral person. Because the moment you have an opinion, you are not neutral anymore, are you? If you say that you like black or you like red, ठीक है ना? You say black अच्छा लगता है, red अच्छा लगता है. The moment I say red अच्छा लगता है, I am not neutral. I should say black भी अच्छा है, red भी अच्छा है. Then I am neutral. And this concept of right and wrong is also very, very lucid. And I'll tell you why. You see, the people who wrote against Hitler during his reign in Germany were anti-nationals. And today, they were great martyrs who had the guts to write against Hitler even at the cost of their lives. Today, they are seen differently. Those days, they were seen differently. If you would ask people those days in Germany, they would say, "Arey, what? Correct, they are anti-prostitutes. गलत लिखता है इन लोग सब. Always wrong. Always writes up against the government." So, the point is, if you are an opinion, you are not neutral. That's point number one. Point number two, I want to tell you a story. I think this is an African story. So in this African story, there was this village which had bright sunlight, beautiful sunlight, very beautiful village with waterfall and everything. Beautiful sunlight, nice weather, good fruits, good vegetables, lots of water, everything perfect. But there was this man in that village who would constantly tell the villager, "Baba, dekho, abhi wo sun hai. See, the sun will come down and there will be a time in life when it is dark, when the sky is all dark. You better make small houses, you better make small abodes where you sit, otherwise you'll have wild animals coming and eating your children and harming you. So you better make your own small little homes or whatever you call it, abode or whatever, camp, tent, whatever. Kuch karo, Baba. Be ready." The villagers heard him once, the villagers heard him twice, the villagers heard him 3 times, 4th time, that is, to kabhi bhi yaar, every time you are anti-national or whatever they called him at that point in time. कभी भी तुमको कुछ अच्छा नहीं दिख रहा है? It is so beautiful, so many flowers, so many butterflies, water, beautiful, and you are constantly telling us that there is some the darkness that is going to come, there is some darkness going to come. What darkness? Who told you there is darkness going to come? You just want to spoil the God's gift to us, that is this light. You want to spoil that. You are warning us because you have ulterior intentions, your agenda. You might be paid by somebody else or whatever you call it. That is what normally we get to hear. You're paid by somebody else. I really wish somebody pays us, by the way. I'll be very happy to receive some money. Anyway, that's what they said. Paisa diya hai koi to tumko. So, darkness happened. Day passed. Night happened. And there were some people, 1 or 2 people who believed in that person, who used to tell him, "Baba, kuch banao." They made their small houses. They were safe. Others, a lot of people, wild animals and snakes and whatever, killed them. That is the situation with journalists, with commentators. I don't consider myself to be a journalist. I'm not qualified to be a journalist. I call myself a political commentator or a commentator. Okay, people like us talk about it. People like us show you the other side. The other side is important because 90% of the media today in India is just showing you the one side, the bright side. There is somebody who has to show you the other side, and a lot of us, especially in digital media, lot of my colleagues in digital media, they're trying to show you that. I am no voice for digital media, nor am I representing any digital media. I'm just saying it out of my own free will that I believe a lot of people in digital media, especially in digital media, are trying to show you the other side. That doesn't mean that there is any we are against the light. That doesn't mean that we are against the light. That doesn't mean that darkness is bribing us. That doesn't mean that also. What we are only trying to do is, if you only see the light, the day, the flowers, the waterfall, the butterflies, then you will never know that there is darkness. And if you don't know that there is darkness, you will never prepare yourself for that darkness. And if you don't prepare yourself for the darkness, the light is not harmed, but the people who are staying under that light is. And that's the point that we try to make. That's the reason why we try to show you the other side of the picture, the other side of the coin. Then you make up your mind, because see, nobody gets guided by anybody. I have been speaking for last 3 years. I don't know if I've guided anybody or I've influenced anybody. I don't know. Nobody can influence anybody. You have something in your mind, you have a certain premises that you've already there in your mind. You get more convinced with that premises as you gather knowledge. That's what happens. Your experiences guide you. People who come to the television or come to your video or come to your YouTube doesn't guide you. You guide yourself. Those are information that you keep in your pocket. Ke bhai kabhi kaam aayega, kabhi refer karega. So that's the point I wanted to make to a lot of people who write to me saying that you are biased, oh, you are so that. Listen, you know what? We talk for people, for parties, for situations that possibly the bulk of the media doesn't. We try and talk on those subjects. We try and talk on those topics. We try and talk about what are the flaws in policies, is because the whole country, the whole media talks what great these policies are. So somebody has to tell you, no, Baba, there is flip side also. That's what we do. The whole media, the whole jingpang talks about how great the government is. We have to say, Baba, opposition is also doing something. There is some relevance to the opposition also. Because if you don't have an opposition, you don't have a democracy. So we used to say that. And like any other human being, we all have our opinion. Just because we comment or just because some people are journalists, that doesn't mean that they cannot have an opinion. That is what you call reporting. We don't report. You don't watch my program to hear a report. You watch my program to see what my view on a subject is. To hear what my view on the subject is, isn't it? So the moment I have a view, I have a view. I am biased. I am biased to my view. So that's the point I wanted to make. Till I see you next time on my favorite program, that's Opinion, 9 o'clock next Sunday.